Gotta split my screen so I feel better about my life.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get us started. Welcome to our Nearpod training. I am Jasmine Buffet.
I'm Jessica Tapman.
And we are your proud DLSs. So happy to see you all, secondary friends, learning support friends, DLS friends. I am, yes. I'm gonna go ahead and get us to the next slide. With your laptops, if you can join Nearpod, you can find Nearpod on ClassLink. And the code is up at the top in the blue banner. I will enlarge that for you. So once you log into Nearpod, you can join this session.
Your stuff. Do you want me to do the slides for you so you can just do that? That'd be good. Yeah, we can talk. Yeah.
Just by show of hands, just while we're waiting to get you all in, just want to kind of see where you all are with Nearpod. Raise your hand if you've used Nearpod before. Great. Raise your hand if you've taught with Nearpod, like if you've had classes and sessions with it. Awesome. Okay, so that kind of helps us get a pulse. And so we're going to show you, especially like some different strategies and how it can be used like with differentiation and with co-teaching, because you all are going to be helping our teachers with Nearpod and in your buildings. Okay. Does anyone have any issues joining before we move on? Or you're still trying to log in?
Like Peter froze.
Okay, I'm trying to see if kind of.
Here. You want me to flip? It's gonna stay at the top of it anyway. Yeah. Proximity. We cover it. Because we didn't close back. Oh, you got the blue screen. I got the blue screen. It's in there for me. I tried to switch to the new Nearpod and it broke the computers. So don't do that. If you open the Nearpod app and then you open the side menu, it'll say join. There'll be a place where you put in the code. Oh no. Oh. I'm talking about the sign of the session. So. I'm trying to do the function at least.
Yeah, I don't know if it's put it in there.
That one just.
Okay. I don't even use this packet. Yeah. Might have to just drop it in there. I support it. You think you might be able to edit it?
The sign
To Canvas. They didn't use it to get it on.
at the Nearpod to Canvas or the sign in link?
The sign in link. Okay, so I see some of you all are in.
Yeah, that one's great.
Okay, so as you can see on the screen, and if you're still logging in, you can still see the code up there on the top blue banner. This is our agenda for today. We are going to just do a quick introduction and benefits of Nearpod, which I'm sure you all can agree upon. And we'll do some hands-on practice in this student view that you're in. And we'll look at some leftovers. We have some really cool things that we wanted to show you. And also at your desk or at your tables, I know you have some goodies, so please feel free to indulge. I know it's an early Friday morning. And then we'll do some breakout groups and questions and feedback. All right, so I can maybe go over the teachers. So for the benefits, it's extremely engaging, right? This is actually a PowerPoint that we've just put into Nearpod so that we can give it some interactive features and to gamify it. It's ease of use. There's a ton of directions online, a ton of videos that Nearpod already has a huge collection of. It's flexible, real-time feedback with the polls, with quizzes, time to climb, and it's ideal for new teachers. That's one thing that we really wanted to stress because it can feel like an overload, but this really encompasses all contents. We really can see our new teachers using this with students and getting them engaged, amplifying it like a basic PowerPoint.
Now student benefits, of course, this is interactive learning. It gives students, you know, a break from the mundane, just sitting and getting. It's accessible. You know, this stuff is Nearpod's directly in class link. So it's easy for teachers to be able to go, okay, head to Nearpod. Now we know they all are still gonna be like, I don't know where it is, but it's still easy for them to find. There's options for differentiation. So no matter where your students are, you can scaffold for them. You can do it student paced, or teacher led. And then there's lots of gamified options, within Nearpod, which is very comparable to Kahoot and Edpuzzle. So, it's just a great way to kind of have a one-stop shop. You're not having to pull from multiple different programs to get what you want.
One thing I wanted to point out, because we talked about ideal for new teachers, but it's really great for classroom. I'm going to show out one really cool tip with using Jessica as adding her in here. So as you can see on the teacher side view, you can see a lot of my icons. I might be covering it. Here we go. So we have the participants view. Just really quick, you have your slides. You can skim through on your teacher view. You can add activities, whiteboard, annotate. But this right here, I wanted to point out really quick, the participants, because next to the participants' names, I can click that down bar and make a co-teacher. And then we're both able to control the slides, see who's in, get that data, and have two teachers in the class at once. And you can add multiple co-teachers. So I believe that yours should be, yes. So I am under participants.
Oh, okay.
And then next to participants, if I hover, I see my little down. And I can make a co-teacher, remove all of those things. And so next to Jessica's name, it says co-teacher. And I can toggle on and off hand raising. So if you all want to use that, if you come across anything. Also student reactions, I can turn on and off. So it's a lot of control. Okay, but I just wanted to plug that in because that's really useful. Okay, so like we said at the beginning, by the end, you will be able to use Nearpod activities, interactive media, simple mini lessons, support hands-on, differentiated, and traditional learning. And this really ties in with all of our technology standards, but definitely we're going to look at a lot of the pedagogy because it's a lot of content, standard-based content, and it's authentic learning, and we're able to maximize deep learning. Okay, so kind of talked about the teacher prep already, but you have 2 slides you can go through. But as you can see, this is meant for you to learn how to navigate and use so that it can be transferred to our teachers. And it really enhances the students' learning. Do you mind clicking on that second one? Wanted to just point out, you can, when teachers or you are using Nearpod, you can toggle between teacher view and student view. So you can see what the students see. You can also make it student pace. And whenever a lesson is begun, you have that little button down there. I mean, wish it was touchscreen. Yeah, so I can turn on student pace if I want it at any point. Right? Okay. All right, we're good. Okay, so I have a video. We're going to get started right away. So I'm gonna put it on teacher play.
Okay.
Perfect.
No.
It's
So sorry.
okay.
I'm using the mouse pad, not a mouse, so I'm not good for that. So
Let me just press play.
just
Yep,
like,
yep. Perfect. The volume's good. Okay, so a quick question, just a quick activator. Let's see if you can see it on your screen. Maybe push play.
Y'all gonna end up on the floor.
Okay, I might have skipped back.
do you want me to go back?
Pause it. You can pause it. We can just. There we go. Yeah, click right there. Perfect. Okay, so there you go. So there's a quick open-ended question embedded in the video. That's where we see a lot of that interactive questioning within videos. So what do you already know about the contributions of women and African Americans in the areas of math and science?
Mhm.
And I could also hide or display names if I wanted to. I could press that little eyeball there if I wanted to keep it up on the screen. But it's a great way to demonstrate students' responses to the entire class. So maybe give a few more seconds.
It is a timer. Is that a timer? No, that's just showing the time.
Mhm. No, I'm excited to see what you all write. So maybe I can share one and then we can kind of move on a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so I can share, right? So you might have seen a pop up and then I can unshare, right? Some responses. Okay. All right, so awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you all for your participation. I'm going to go ahead and continue the video. All right.
Y'all gonna end up on the floor riding around in college. Jump you, what you walk 16 miles, fast in the back of the bus.
You have identification number?
That's so.
That's, I had no idea they hired you.
There are a few women working in the space program.
Least I can do is give y'all an escort.
3 Negro women are chasing a white police officer down the highway in 1961. That is a God ordained miracle.
14 days, astronauts will be here for training. And we're shooting a human into space and it's never been done before. With the launch of the Russian spy satellite, the president is demanding an immediate response.
Big test through he's a computer. Yeah, there's a guy for that. You can handle any numbers you put in front of me.
It was about inventing a mask. Because without it, we're not going anywhere.
Yes, sir. That's John Glenn.
What do you guys do for NASA?
Calculate your margin, man. How would you be on these black men? It's equal rights. I have the right to some funding in every country.
Who have I met? Would you wish to be an engineer?
I wouldn't have to. I'd already be one. Yes. I don't know if I can keep up in that room. Make that pencil move as fast as your mind is.
Okay, so what challenges did Katherine Johnson faced with completing her work at NASA? Please forgive the little typo. Right, and so we can kind of see some of the responses. Now, there were a lot of multiple probably responses in this one, right? But I will be able to scroll down and show what the correct answer is. And I could even share things. I could, right, see all the multiple choice options that you have. And then you could discuss this with your class. All right, I think we're good to continue, just so we good with our, yes.
For 300 hours.
I get to me too. grandmothers are doing their weeks. We don't have the man figured out yet.
There is no protocol for women attending.
There's no protocol for a man circling the earth either, sir. Every time we have a chance to get ahead, they move the finish line. I need to be in that room hearing what you hear.
There are these rules. Who makes the rules?
You, sir, you are the boss. You just have to act like one, sir.
Don't get there together, we don't get there at all.
Okay, so this one, I was going to just demonstrate just how it looks, okay? But the real question is here, what role does teamwork play in the achievements depicted in the trailer? Now, I would give students time, right? And then I would probably just put this on the side somewhere, but I would include some sentence stems just to kind of help them because I do want to encourage them following the proper way to write sentences, right? So I would include some sentence stems, some ways to help, but I would really keep your open-ended kind of concise because as you can see, it is a lot, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. But you can do a lot. I would space out questions. All right. For sake of time, I would say we continue. Okay. Yes. I just really wanted to show you.
The fight of our lives, people.
Absolutely, we need the word. More than 50 million Americans watching. I don't know why.
We're finding Catherine.
There's a real fireball outside. It's even a little hot in here.
Okay, and then this you could answer if you would like. So what emotions or reactions did you experience while watching the trailer and why? Okay, so that's just an example of a discussion question that you might just do when you're playing maybe a YouTube video, but this is just showing that you can upload a YouTube video. This trailer is from YouTube. And I was able to put it right into the Nearpod and put in the questions that I planned for this trailer into the Nearpod, right? So able to put in that writing as well as that discussion. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance, but we are going to go ahead and continue. So if you want to submit what you have, here's some typing.
You just want me to go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so on the next slide, you will answer a question on a Collaborate board. So that's one of the other great features on Nearpod. And this is where you'll see your own answer and you'll see your classmates' answer. And you can click the heart on your classmates' answers to show that you like what they said. You can scroll down and see what the Collaborate board might look like once you and your classmates have started posting. So we can click on this one. I'm just going to show what this visual looks like. All right, so you'll see a question prompt, and then you'll have a board and you'll be able to answer your question. All right, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so I'm going to get you all to experience. This is based off of that trailer. What I've done is I've recorded my audio. So maybe we can play it.
Yeah.
If it will.
Where's the?
Maybe it has to do. Yeah, maybe it's a little too soon. There we go.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
How might a movie trailer and an essay introduction be similar? What are the purposes of both and what do they do for the viewer or reader?
Okay, so that's what you could do as an option. You can add in some audio, right? Just help further enhance the student learning. And this is just based off of that trailer, but I'm tying in some ELA here with some writing. I know we're always in writing season, but especially now, if I have any of my ELA coaches around, this might be a great strategy where you can tie in a visual, help connect students with the writing process. Right, and then I see I have some pending approval, so I might come over here just to kind of help out. So here I've enabled a few features with the clapboard. I have put it where I have to approve. Now I can put on some settings where I don't have to approve comments. So I can approve, I can show the pending. So I can approve all, I can show my pending, right? For sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and approve all. But this gives you some control, right? So you can monitor and see before students post to everyone. You can see before they post it. And now you all should be able to see the posts on your screen and you can either respond, you can give it a heart. Also, I wanted to point out before we move on, I have disabled some of the features. So with the collab board, I can also put pictures, GIFs, I can put visuals, but for this activity, I only wanted you all to write, or I could allow you to record your audio. So it gives the teacher control. So you don't have students doing things that you have unintended for them to do. You want them to write. You don't want them to post a picture or something. You can turn off those options on the collab board. It gives you that. Okay. And then I might approve the last two we have there. Okay, and then I could, yeah, there's one more. Okay, and then I have student options at the top. I can adjust it, right? If I don't want students to comment, I can turn on that I have to approve their comments to each other. I can put even further controls. Okay. I think we're good with that. Okay. And I think it was the science.
Yeah, your drag and drop.
Okay, yes. All right, so the science activity that I have, I really like this drag and drop. Is anyone familiar with drag and drop? Use it? Okay, I see some hands, I think that this is a great one because it's really like you can upload a PDF or an assignment and you can convert it really to drag and drop or use the Nearpod library, which is where this activity is from. And I tried to keep with the same theme of like space and movement. So at the top, I have the instructions that students or you would be able to read so that you're able to complete this activity, as well as a video just to kind of help scaffold and give some differentiation, right? We can add instructions, video, graphics, all kind of things to this assignment. If we click the instructions so it can move up some, then I can see that, there we go. So this is the activity. It has the blanks. And so students would be able to click and drag where potential energy is and where kinetic energy is. So they're able to read and kind of work at their own pace. Yes, and they also can use some of the annotate tools, but for this one, it's mainly the drag and drop. I see some. Okay. You're fine. Yeah, but I see you all engaged and we love it. Thank you. I'll give you maybe a few more seconds and then we will move on.
Like this drag and drop actually works with the touch screen.
Yes. Okay, great. Yes, that is a good note.
And just to highlight another of those, like the co-teacher feature, like as Jasmine's talking to you guys and going through this, because I'm labeled as a co-teacher, I'm over here, I can see where you guys are at. All right, I can see who's submitted. I can see who's in progress, who hasn't started yet. So just giving that option to teachers who have co-teachers, you know, because we know what the expectation is. If there's a co-teacher in the class, students should never know who the co-teacher is. Okay, they're both their teachers. So this gives them that opportunity to kind of help manage, and they'll be able to bounce off each other a lot easier.
So like on that last slide, the co-teacher would have the ability to approve comments.
Yes, I did have the ability to approve comments.
And the same thing with reports. So after this Nearpod is ended and I can review the reports and grade this and use this for assignments or formatives, however I want to use this input, the co-teacher will have it as well in their reports. So it's shared data. Okay, does anyone need another second or two? I think we're ready to move on and then I can maybe swap those.
That's fine.
Okay, perfect.
And then one more thing about the co-teacher, like Jasmine and I were able to actually collab on this.
Yeah.
So we made it together.
Yeah.
So just another option for co-teachers, they can work with their other teacher to build something together instead of just taking something and going, okay, I'm gonna monitor it. All right, really have that input. Yes.
So with the collaboration, you all can be in it at the same time, or is only one at a time?
So we did discover making this that when one person is editing it, it is locked for the other person. So, which we were like, wah, wah.
But it auto saves. I did like that.
Yes, it does auto save.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a good
So-
question. Yeah. Oh, want me to teacher play?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So we already watched a video, but that was one that Jasmine actually pulled and made. I wanted to highlight something that was actually in the library. Because just talking about that new teacher, you know, you may have somebody that's like, you know, we say new, you know, fresh. They don't have anything in their, you know, in their backpack to build anything. So this library is a really great tool for them to be able to pull resources and not have to create things from scratch until they get more and more comfortable doing that.
Mhm.
So this is, I'm talking a little bit about math and I'm not a math person. I'm sorry.
We got you.
Okay, so, but this video looked interesting. So, and I remembered Pythagorean theorem.
Yes.
So, but don't ask me about it. But I did, was like, I know that term. I'm gonna use that. So, go ahead and play that.
Is a hypotenuse special report with far from it.
Love the puns.
Good evening. Welcome to Hypotenuse, where we identify the right angle and find the third side of every story. I'm here.
All right. So it does the same thing. This is something that we're highlighting that's very comparable, like very, very comparable to Edpuzzle. And when I say pre-made, I didn't put these questions in there either. Now you can add additional questions if you want to. But you know, for us, maybe you're short on time and like, I just got to get something out there, you know. This is a great tool and resource. So yes, ma'am.
This is a math focused question.
Oh, yes.
So I've used Nearpod.
Uh-huh.
But I don't remember. Can you have it where it does like math, text? Oops.
Yeah.
So like, I want to put a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I know, but like, can I do a?
Oh, like if you're
B squared?
if you're making a question, if you're writing a question,
Or if
is
I'm
the
answering. Either
or if you're answering.
I don't
Okay.
see that yet.
It's a picture. If you let them do it. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The draw tool.
Sorry,
No, you know, you're fine. Yeah, we just continue. We all want to learn about this today. I know y'all do.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where a poorly planned pizza promotion turned pizza party to pizza picnic. It all started. They're peculiar slices.
See, we make the snacks a right triangle. A right triangle is one with a right angle, 90 degrees. And any size, a small, large, huge, medium, extra medium.
The right triangle slices have always sold well, but Angelo wanted more. He dreamed up a promotion called Guess a Side, Get a Slice.
You tell customers the length of two sides. If they can guess the third, free slice. I said, Dad, if we give them the length of two sides, they can use the Pythagorean theorem to calculate the third. You see, the long side is called the hypotenuse. It's always opposite the right angle of the triangle. The two shorter sides are called legs. We can call the legs A and B. Doesn't matter which is which. And the hypotenuse is always C. The Pythagorean theorem states A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Well, my dad, he just won't listen. The first day, we give away 65 snacks.
That's
But the next, people bring the calculators and they win 5, 10, 15 slices each.
after just a month, the pizza palace was on the
All right. So you guys can go ahead and answer that question. But see, like that's a good quality video. That's cute. And for time's sake, we won't watch the whole thing
Right.
unless you're dying to watch the whole thing.
Yes, I wanna know how the pizza shop about it. I'm investing now. I want to spend the longest.
Yeah.
Not the long side.
Along, yeah.
And I can even share the solution. I don't think we've done that. So you can show it to the entire class. Yeah,
And also, if you take it out of the library, you can edit it.
yes,
Mhm.
that's a great point. Want me to continue?
So, when you're creating these,
Yes.
and you like do it on your own, I use Nearpod where I always find really neat ones that work for what I need. But like when I'm creating it, you just add and you just tell it what kind of media you want to add or what kind of thing you want to add.
So you're
Showing you how to create like this part.
You have a lot of great things.
Yeah, you can search by topic. You can search by standard even. We can show you that's in the library. So this is from the Nearpod library. So on the Nearpod dashboard, at the bottom is the Nearpod library. And you can search by grade, you can search by content. So it's really with your search input.
And when you're in the process of creating, which you guys will all get the opportunity to do today, when you hit add, it's going to prompt you to decide what type of activity you want them to add. And then let's say you choose video, it's actually going to take you to where you can access the video library. And then you can even filter from grade level, subject, so it can narrow it down. So,
Do you want me to continue or go next?
as much as I want to know, for time's sake, we're gonna move on. But it is in the Nearpod library, so if you're dying to see what happens to the pizza palace, just
Yeah, you'll have the copy of this as well.
oh yes.
So we will share it.
I will say, based on, I've just been thinking about the question about the math and the equation editor. It forces students to actually write like as if they were writing and not use, how, like Josh had to type out squared, a squared plus b squared plus c squared. So it's
Yeah.
kind of positive in that,
Yeah.
that way that they don't have it. It forces them to like write it like you would rules and like, unless you were writing math text, you probably wouldn't, as an author, wouldn't put that in there. Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah, go ahead. Move on. All right. So just to highlight another math and science feature, this is kind of math and science. There are FET. It's FET. Okay, cool. I was like, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Hopefully somebody will correct me. So FET simulations, which includes, different types of games, and very similar to the videos. If, you have a specific topic in mind, or a specific level in mind, you can search by that, and pick out what you need. So if you want to take a moment and, this is an area builder. You can choose your level and all that good stuff. Oh, somebody got it.
I heard a little
I heard a
time.
ding.
So, yeah, you
Do we have any questions about the PhET simulations before we move on?
So we should tell the kids to mute their laptops.
I think I wonder if this. Do it further? I'm not sure. I might turn it off. I don't know if it turns it off for everybody though. I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. Nope.
Yep.
Nope, it surely doesn't.
This does for us.
So, but I just wanted to make sure to highlight options for math and science. I know sometimes it feels like a lot of stuff like this is geared a little bit more towards ELA. So just wanted to say that like you guys do have some really solid options for your content.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
we can move on. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I gotta move on. Sorry, guys. Okay. This where, oh, where did the,
you want me to go back?
no, is the.
I can pull up the slides here. Maybe something got moved
Oh, did we take the VR out?
to the leftovers. I can go back to
Oh,
it.
no, that's fine.
I can go back to it.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Well, I'll adjust, not a
No,
problem.
I can go to it.
We'll briefly mention it, like when,
Yeah.
we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, also wanted to talk about virtual field trips. We're going to discuss a little bit more about the VR feature in the leftovers. But there are some virtual field trips that are already built in that you can plug in for your students to go and visit. And it's pretty cool. So we'll get to that kind of in the leftovers. But I also wanted to show off how you can input web content. And I know Teaching Georgia Studies that our GPD resources actually already do virtual field trips. And so what I did is I went to one of them and I plugged it in as a web content. And so now the virtual field trip is embedded within the Nearpod. So you can go and explore. But you also,
It says tap, I think, first.
Yeah.
Okay.
let's see, I checked this and it did work for me.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So that'll take them to that link where they can actually participate. And the great thing about this is if you wanted to give them different activities to go along with a virtual field trip. Now, of course, GPB resources, they do have some that you can kind of maneuver and adjust as needed. But you also can embed those activities within Nearpod. So, and kind of have them go back and forth if you wanted to kind of keep them on a certain pace. So,
Awesome.
but yeah, GPB's virtual field trips are super duper cool. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
It's the back.
It's the
button
back.
and that little orange bar, I think at the top. I just did.
Yeah, so I'll click on one.
Well, I closed out of that one tab, then it took me back to the main one.
Yeah, right here. It should take you to the screen.
Then I had to do another step.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
It gives you a blue message that says click here to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So that's, yeah, it's gonna open a new window like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you have teachers that are interested in, going somewhere, or traveling back in time, this is a great resource for them to be able to do that.
And I've noticed, I've seen like, especially a lot of those pictures, like as gallery walks that they've done activities for. So this could be like another extension of a gallery walk they do, a virtual reality type field trip or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, moving on. All right, time to climb. All right.
Love it.
I know. Yay! All right, so benefits and features. Time to climb is like our gamified assessment option that is built in within Nearpod. And it is super easy to use. So it's a real-time benefits and features. It's a real-time assessment. All right, you can get that feedback instantly about, how the kids are grasping the information. It's engaging. All right. It's a great alternative to Kahoot and Quiz is. All right. So that is something that, the district has purchased Nearpod. So yeah, use this. It can be used within a presentation by itself, if it's student paced. And then the coolest thing is there's an AI feature. So you can work smarter, not harder when creating your little quiz. Okay. So, and we're gonna do one. No, we're gonna finish this one. We're gonna do this one.
Okay, so this is something that we noticed, time to climb, always, it acts weird, always. Probably decided. Time to climb always acts weird. It does. So when you, as a teacher, on the teacher side, we still see it, but it's just appears for every teacher all the time.
Sorry, my bad.
Go back.
That never happens.
I'll put it in.
I'm gonna go back and then go back forward.
Yeah, go back and go.
Forward and then
Be
back.
open for us.
It open for you?
It opens for you guys.
All right, go back.
And can you guys, does it give you the option to play or no?
No, it just says time to climb by Nearpod. Where is
It's
it?
saying it is blocked up here.
Where is it?
It's blocked because I'm back there.
But, just so much fun. Try refreshing again.
Yeah, refreshing. It's fun, but just, the teachers are getting it.
Sorry.
This,
Wish there was a deal.
I know. Gosh,
Where are we at our
No, they're never around.
I know.
Okay, yeah, let's keep on.
All right. Well,
That means if you go back to the math game. Right.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yay!
So I can choose a theme. What theme do you all want?
Let's
Keep with space.
yeah, let's keep with space.
Should we pause between questions or no?
No,
Yeah.
no, but you could, if you're really wanting to kind of like scaffold and stop.
So I'll let you choose your avatar.
And with it being the last official day of Black History Month, it is Black History Trivia. So
While everyone's joining, did anyone not get a raffle ticket? Okay. Okay.
is that 1, 2, 3, 4? 4. You don't want to miss out. You better raise your hand high. Oh, ma'am. You didn't get one? Yeah, I did. Oh.
Should we go ahead and start? Everybody ready?
You guys still trying to get in?
I think we're in.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and start.
Everybody answers the question. Yeah. Okay.
Know the leaderboard at top.
It shows the correctness.
It's not, it's only.
That's all you think you got.
I don't know, I don't have any trivia. I like feel worse than anything else.
I know, I was reading these questions and I was like, oh.
It's going. Now we all get on the same thing.
I was trying to think, based on present life.
Hey, history people.
I mean, yeah, that's all me. Nope, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I think it was.
Mutual Jimmy card. Yeah. That's why I put that question in there. I was like, I'm all gonna choose Jimmy Carter.
We are.
Yes.
Yeah, your time was play a factor.
I knew it went. No, I am not. I am.
Yeah,
I am late. I am not going to lie. I used the AI feature to create it. So for their own.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good, just to use it, yeah.
You just like type in what you want and it populates it. It's so cool. I love AI. Anything that makes it easier on my life.
I'm trying to see who I need to help out. Sorry, now, so I need to go.
I appreciate it.
You're 90. Oh, let me change my. I'm wrong. Yeah. I wasn't. I knew it was 1990, so I got it right. I got it right.
Oh, I can't see the slides.
Oh, you can't.
I can't see those.
Yeah, so you'll have to just use, I guess, this one. I think you could, if you all started it, then I would have.
If I hit the slides, is it gonna miss anything else with the game?
Yeah, it'll slide the name.
Okay.
Oh, no, right down here.
Yeah, I
No.
just want to see where we go. It won't. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Oh, okay. Cool. You know, because we don't have anything to give away for the. So, well, you know what I'll do is I'll take the winner's name, I'll send them something special in the career. So, yeah. Yeah, so first place, will get something special. And I'll figure what that is. My score is awesome.
I'm just going to. My score. I just know that. I listen to stuff. I've seen it before.
This is our last question.
All or nothing.
Guess who watched it?
You have to know who the person is.
Oh, wow, no, I've got to open it.
What's your name? You know, with the wind, rocking around with the wind.
It's not about to be in the theater.
Oh, no, this, all of us chose.
Okay, go Judy. Alright. You will get something special in the courier. So, congratulations.
All right.
All right, we're gonna move on quickly so we can give y'all time to play.
Yes. So we had some fun, really cool, interesting leftovers. I might actually show you a little bit, but but I have a screenshot on the screen. But the first thing is the settings. So on your dashboard, and I'll open it up, you have your lesson settings where you can make students only use their name. So you don't have to go through the hassle of them putting in those funny nicknames or whatever. You can turn it on so that they have to use their name. So I'll open up Nearpod really quick. I don't know if I see it. There we go. Oh, there we go. And then we'll go through everything else because we wanted to show you the library and that your lessons, and there's also sub plans. So there's a lot for us to kind of show you some takeaways with you. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so.
I would need the
Every
data.
activity.
Yeah, and the report. So right here. So I should be able to pull it up since I don't know if I might have to end the session. Yeah, I have to end the session, and then it will display in the reports out of 10 their score. Yep. Okay, so what I was just showing you is the lesson settings. So this is, I clicked on my icon at the top and you go to lesson settings. And right here, you can autofill student names. So this will require students to use their Office 365 credentials to autofill their names when joining a lesson. Like, that's really great. It'll help teachers out. Okay. And I'll go back to Nearpod. Subplans. Now the subplans, if you click on it, it gives you a great tutorial, like a less than a minute demo. I'll just click into it, but it explains how to use the Nearpod subplans. And it's really like you're able to create a date and a time that you want lessons to start. So you can plan ahead. If you know you're going to be out, you want to create a student-paced lesson or something along those lines, then you can create it and put it in your subplans and have that link available on Canvas. Okay, so that's a really cool feature. And as you can see on the screenshot, there's the school library. I'll just show you that really quick. You have the school library. So I won't play that video. Let's go back. Right, so you have a school library here. And that is where, especially where you all come in hand and where your teachers and during PLCs, you can share Nearpods together, work collaboratively, and put it in your school library. It's with your 3 dots above your lesson. So this is the lesson that we're in. If I click it, I can add to the school library, any lesson, even if it's in the Nearpod library. So this is great when you're collaborating. You want teachers to kind of stay on the same pace, or teachers want to share things. You can add it to the library and they can see it. And it actually displays the teacher's name who put it in there. So they can look for the teacher's name or just the name of the lesson. Okay. And okay, I can just briefly touch on the STAR connection. Some of you all might know that STAR in the reports, there is a way that you can plan instruction and you can use the students. Basically, it's like an intervention tool in a way. So where they score low, you can assign work and you can assign it through Nearpod and it's already on STAR. Go ahead.
So I have a question about that STAR connection. I noticed that when we go into Nearpod, it says Premium Plus, but when you're trying to assign work that's attached to STAR, on the premium side, you don't have access to it.
On the premium side.
Yes, so it gives you 2 options. Basic option, and then a premium option is a different color. I think it's like purple or something like that. If you try to click on the purple one, we don't have access, even though it says Premium Plus when you go to Nearpod. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you know, that's what we do.
Yeah, if you, I think we put in like an
Okay.
email forever, and they click that one,
Okay,
it says we don't have access.
okay, so we'll
Yeah.
look at it. Yeah, yeah, that's a good. And it, you know, could be part of curriculum. We'll have to look into that. Mhm. But the other connections, did you see like the other option worked? Okay for you?
Basic option
Yeah.
always works, but
Yeah.
the one right next to it,
The
sometimes,
premium.
sometimes the basic option is not what you want. You want that premium one, but
Mhm. Okay.
we don't have access.
Yeah, so that brings up a couple of things. So the time to climb and then that premium option with a star.
Hand raised.
Oh, hand raise.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Okay. All right. All right. And then would you like to talk about next or want me to continue?
The tools?
Yeah.
Is there a way to generate a direct link to a lesson so you don't have to type in the code? Show us how to do that real quick.
Absolutely. So up top here with the code, we have the code here. I could copy it or I could copy the link.
Drop that Canvas.
Yes, drop that in Canvas. That's a great point. Yes, you have a lot of the features here, but the copy link, I love that part too. So students don't have to go to the class link. They can just go straight to Canvas and join the lesson. And especially like with the sub plan, that would be ideal. Yeah, use the link. Okay.
The tools?
Yes, or I can. It's up to you. Okay, so we talked about a lot of the tools, but there are others such as matching. So especially like with vocabulary, you can use the matching activity as well. And there are a ton of templates. So the Nearpod library, you can look for things not just for a mini lesson. You can do things a little bit more isolated. If you want something just for the opener, if you want like the ticket out the door type of activity, they have templates on Nearpod. So if you want like a 3-2-1 or a, you know, just like a quick formative, you can find templates on Nearpod and they have them. And it's really great. You can search for openers, closers. And so that's a great way to kind of ease teachers in, especially if you know that's a part of the lesson plan that they maybe need to work on. Nearpod is a great tool that you can use it in an isolated way. And there are partner resources that you will see in the Nearpod library. There is ReadWorks. They have the articles already in here. So I don't know if we have any familiar with ReadWorks in here, but that's a tool that some teachers have used, but it's in Nearpod. So they don't need to worry about students trying to go anywhere else. You can go straight to Nearpod. Flocabulary is like sister company essentially with Nearpod. So you can find a lot of the videos and activities in Nearpod. TED Ed, those are great videos, educational. So you can find those and add those pause points. There's a lot of social emotional lessons. So if you want to have like brain breaks with your class, you can do that in Nearpod. You can have them do like breathing. You can have them do a draw activity just to kind of help break the monotony, but have it controlled. Khan Academy, we talked about some of the other ones as well. And Common Sense, so our digital citizenship, we have a lot of those lessons in here with how students should be responsible online. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we probably could just get them straight to the poll.
Okay. We're gonna just kind of show off the poll feature. We're gonna go ahead and just go straight to the poll, but this is something that you can do with, well, with your teachers, and they can do with their students, to just kind of get an idea of whatever, how well they feel about a certain topic. Can be a great opener, can be a great closer, but that is definitely already built in, that they can build in into the Nearpod.
And then if I switch to the teacher view, I can see your responses at the top. And then I could, you know, hide names or I could show names, you know, and then I could see the color code for you all's most liked tool so far.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and move
Yep.
on.
Okay.
So this is your activity, that time-wise,
Yeah.
you know, Yeah, I think we thought that we were gonna go a little bit quicker. So we want you guys at your table or like groups within your table to go ahead and kind of play around with Nearpod. The idea is that you would create your own Nearpod and you would kind of use a feature from each section. So something from create, something from interactive, something from quizzes and games, and something from discussions. And I'll say a lot of these, like especially interactive quizzes and games, which will let you use the AI feature. And with discussions, a lot of this stuff you can just utilize stuff that's already built. So, yes.
Will this work outside of the district?
Like if you wanted to present, I would.
And have like people join, my Nearpod.
I think you.
So you would just make sure you don't do the 365 thing.
Yeah, you would probably enable
Yeah,
the
you would
names
probably enable that.
for lesson settings. Just enable the name so they can just type in their own name.
Okay.
But you should be able to utilize that.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Okay.
So maybe I'll put up like a 5-minute timer and just see how you're coming along, and I'll demonstrate how you can get started with the exploration, right? So this is as if you are building, you're looking, maybe think about a subject or topic that comes to mind. But on your Nearpod, you can open up a new tab. Oh, okay.
So some of the activities are specific.
Yeah,
Maybe some of them have stuff in this.
So on your dashboard, I would recommend starting in the Nearpod library if you haven't already. And on the Nearpod library, you're able to search at the top. So as it tells you, you can search by topic or standard. So that's great. You can click that down bar. You can look for specifics. You can also just use the topics here. If you want to start with a subject or content type, you can look for certain activities. And then these are the publishers we were talking about, a lot of the partners that they have on Nearpod. Okay, but you would be able to search. So it's really up to you. And maybe just kind of take a minute to explore on your own, and then you can kind of talk together as your group. Maybe ask your partner, someone next to you, your elbow partner, what are you going to look at? If you feel like you don't know exactly where to look, and then we'll kind of walk around and see how you're going. But just for sake of time, we just want you to at least see one feature. I'll put up that slide again. All right, so maybe you look for a quiz or look for something interactive.
Can you come in?
Absolutely.
Question you mentioned is this is an internet time.
No, I'm pretty sure.
If you don't have it, I think we have a.
This right here, I think it's supposed to be T squared. Yeah, because I said that. I'm sure be able to just. So this, I think, is supposed to be T squared. I'm saying able to do that.
It didn't populate for her to add.
Yeah, so we waited that summer. I like to make it out of 10 years.
Nope. They were.
Have to put it in the.
I tried. I tried to sign in through nearpod.com and it was blocking. Yeah.
Just allow me to sign into it. Yes, mine. Yeah.
And once I sign in.
Okay,
But it's just not in my class thing. So
It's not in my class thing.
Okay,
It's not in my class thing.
well, good, okay.
Yeah.
How many, okay, I have no, like.
But everything. It didn't give me, it didn't suggest the premium list of something like that. I need to see if I get what I want. I know. And it didn't give me the because the premium listens.
Yes, and so maybe I might put up set my timer on my phone just for 5 minutes and just check in with everybody. But even if you have a PowerPoint that you already use, you can create and upload that PowerPoint in here. And, you know, if you want to do something like that with the time we have, just to experiment. Right.
That's all you know, like, yeah, they should have. Probably exactly what I wanted, yeah.
Yeah.
Previous lesson.
Because you don't, No.
It's all out of test.
Yeah, you cannot finish the presentation in a building and then.
Right, so.
What is your presentation?
I'm just on March 13th. On both days, because the paper is level but I'll just attend sessions the first day and the second day.
Or 11:30. It's a very 30 minutes.
Well, if you want to do a team or something, if you want to do a team or something, then if we need to look at everything, then honestly.
Creating and I might.
Yeah.
And then you let me know, but yeah, I think I can already start it in Adobe after the, yeah. And something finish it in Adobe and then upload to Nearpod.
Okay. So it's, you know, that day two, we really hard on the lines of. So, Dr. Sherman has pro presentation first. Okay, everything's been filled out. Then we need time to do that. So hard to say. All of this. They're going to see this. Children as a class. So I have. Save it as a PDF and then we'll turn it out there. So you're welcome. So if you guys would just listen. Once middle school was on it. So then I was like, hey, like, please, like this, I was like, you know, this little place, okay, she back to the time, like, you see what you got. Just 45 minutes. And there's people down right there. Okay. Well, to be able to, maybe we should just do like a call out if they want to share. So if you want.
And then I did add this to the district library. Okay. So even if you don't, it's on every single library, I think it's. Yeah.
Hey, where did our feedback go?
And then,
The web, it's the
Web content. Okay.
yeah, it's web content.
they looked at,
It might be.
and was like, hey, we don't want to be looking at these answers, and the teacher needed to sit in front of the laptop. Okay.
I think it's right here.
This, so I guess it was her laptop.
It's either this.
I think it's this one, she, okay. And then her part.
I guess maybe we can put it up and then just kind of discuss the questions if they're doing this. And to just worry.
What do you mean discuss? I just like let them do the feedback at this.
Okay. No, I mean, if they have questions.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's perfect.
So maybe we can just put it on here.
Do you want to go ahead and put the feedback on there?
That's the star.
I thought maybe it would have been at the end, but maybe not. Is there a slide up there? There it is. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's what's.
Do I hit share? Okay, it'll go to it.
Because they. And then we're gonna eat our own supply.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
All right, if we can kind of get your attention, just get it back up front, please. I know I hear great conversations, things happening. We do have on our presentation feedback, and then we'll kind of share out if you all noticed anything while you were exploring or want to share with the group what you found or created. I hear some great creations or ideas.
Yeah, ideas.
Yes.
There's a timer.
There's a timer. But if you can go back to our Nearpod, and then you'll see we added a web link for a form for feedback. So if you exited it, you can rejoin using the code at the top, and I can put that larger if you need it. But we would greatly appreciate your feedback.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, well, anyone, I heard timer. So while you're doing this, we'll kind of talk and discuss the last like 10 minutes we have or 8 minutes we have. What did you all like about your time exploring? Okay, and then.
I already told Jasmine this, but I was excited, but I'm mad at her because I went to her Adobe Express PL because I was selected to present at the ESOL conference at Kennesaw State. And so, yeah. So, I'm doing something different. I presented last year, but my focus last year was to instructional coaches. This year, I'm focusing on the new ELA standards and how to work with our English learners. And so after the Adobe, I started my presentation in Adobe, but then I came to this and now I want to do a Nearpod. And so now I learned that I can finish it in Adobe and upload it to Nearpod and then make it more interactive that way. So that is my plan.
I can't wait to see it. Okay, and then what would you like to share?
Oh, we were just talking about a couple things. Like I know for me, I love using Nearpod and I used it a lot. They're teaching during the pandemic.
Yes.
And I know for me, I just like to create my PowerPoints first and have it look exactly the way I want it and drop the whole PowerPoint. Because for me, that's easier than trying to create all these different slides.
Yes.
And one thing, like I know, like I said, using Nearpod during the pandemic, I realized I could put in like my own screencast. So I did that, but the option wasn't there to have it almost like an ed puzzle where you get insert questions in it. So that's one of the features I really like now.
Yeah.
So now I can literally just, like I said, create a lesson using Teams, record it.
Yes.
Put it in here and add questions.
Yes. Awesome.
Anybody else? Anything that you noticed, or maybe this sparked an idea for you guys to use with your teachers back in your schools? What you got, Joe?
So DLS, I was thinking that this might be something we could integrate into new teacher orientation. We could have a Nearpod, or when we talk about the help desk or maybe ESS or something like that, we can create a thing on there. Josh already has some good videos explaining how to use some of those resources, and we can stop and ask questions during those videos.
I was thinking, though, for math, we tried to embed Nearpod into the learning plan. So I was thinking that create the Nearpod into learning plan to make it more interactive.
It's awesome.
And we've already started.
But I know what the video thing is stuff.
Good. I'm glad you all could take some things, little things make a big difference. Okay, they really do. Anyone else?
Earlier, I went to a class, talk last week. It's so hard to get to the closing and get it done, so I think this will make it more, efficient to try to do it.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, just make sure, if you haven't already, sign in and do that, feedback survey for us. We would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you missed the sign in, I'll put it back up here. Yes. Okay.
Do I? Oh, yeah.
I'll let you do the honors.
Okay. So, did anybody not, before we do this, did anybody not get a raffle ticket? Okay. All right. I'm gonna let the prize be a surprise.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell y'all what we're raffling. Somebody's like, I'm feeling lucky.
We're gonna have to teach the next session.
All right, here we go. All right, ticket number 4,
Yes.
4, 9, 8, 4, 0, 1. Yay! So you have won a Target gift card. So thank you guys so much for being an awesome group of participants. So we really, really, really appreciate you guys, and we're excited that you guys are excited to kind of take this back to your schools. And please, when you guys utilize it or you see it being utilized, let us know. All right. So we would love to hear back from you guys.
And just as a little bonus, just like some takeaways, and almost like handouts, I put the Nearpod that we did together on district library. So you can access it under district library. So if you need to access, refresher, get back to the leftovers, things of those nature, you can get to it on district library. Okay. And that's all. Thank you. Thank you. And take stickers.
Take stickers and candy.
Water. Yeah.
Please, please, please.
We start our next session at 9:35. So